It is 9:57 p.m. at night right now. I've never done this. Maybe I did actually. I was more of recording it for myself, but welcome to a very spontaneous video that I was like thinking of doing while I was in the shower 30 minutes before. So this video is more on just me talking about romantic love and my views on it, my suggestions on it, I don't know, it's basically just I have a bunch of ideas that I wanted to present while I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, since I do a lot of love readings, romantic relationship readings and things like that, I kind of want to talk about this, right? This has been something that has been brewing in my mind in the past as well that I never really brought out. So I wanted to also invite a very special guest today, Lady Aphrodite. This is her deck, and we will be using her deck to be doing a reading asking about challenges people are facing nowadays with romantic love. So basically anything about this theme in the collective, right? Is like what's happening in this era when it comes to like romantic love and things like that. And I would really love to talk about that. So I invited her to assist us in this today. And also, as you can see right here, that I purposely put this is also a True Love Oracle deck, which is very straightforward and pretty good when it comes to, the messages as well. But yes, let us see what I've spontaneously written on my notes because I cannot improvise that well. I would maybe start off with maybe an introduction. Well, this video to me, right, is something made out of love as well. It was something that I was really called to do. I was supposed to study, and I ditched it because I was this topic in my mind was like so strong, very strong pull towards talking about it, and it makes me feel so fuzzy inside. And in a way, right, this is the feeling of love as well, because as you guys know, I really like to make videos. This is why I'm into tarot, right? So I like to talk, I like to yap, and even though I'm not really that good at it, I just want to do it. So I'm like, for love, I would do this, and I feel like maybe it actually will reach someone who really needed this video. And yeah, I really wanted to put it out there today. This is me without makeup, without any fancy clothes on as I usually do, without my contact lenses, without like this is like a 2-day-old hair. And yeah, it's just me bare, just talking about love in general, I guess. I more of so I really wanted to talk about romantic relationships, because if we talk about love in general, I would just literally spend the entire day just talking. It's not gonna happen. So maybe I'll just start off with my views when it comes to romantic love and dating and things of that sort. Nowadays, right? Nowadays, its strengths and its weaknesses, right? With everything going on with like dating apps and our lifestyle and our approach and our attitude towards life as of now compared to past maybe a multiple decades, right? It's definitely has changed, right, with technology and the surroundings that have been advancing together with humanity, right? So I think maybe what I would say for strengths nowadays, I think it's very easy to get in touch with each other, right? We could just literally advance our relationship very, very quickly with the amount of communication, right? Our convenience in communication nowadays. Even though this is just like a very fast-paced like society right now, like a very fast-paced lifestyle that we're living, we still get a lot of chance through convenience, right? In basically just getting in touch with our significant others. And as you know, with internet and things of that sort, that we're easier to get in touch with each other, we get a lot of knowledge as well as like stories that people share and experiences that they shared as well very humbly with other people as to which to know, how you would approach a relationship from your standpoint of view, their standpoint of view, like a healthy amount of, let's say, boundaries, while still maintaining healthy reciprocal energy between you and your partner. So it's not just like sometimes we need like broader perspectives when it comes to love and relationships, right? So it is a very good, I feel like, a strength in our era nowadays that we are able to be so fortunate to engage with each other very easily and exchange views, right? And I'm talking like very, very like statistically, like more of a logical way than more of a magical way. But this is how I see in, let's say if I step back, right, and just get out of the emotional side for a bit. This is how I see in, I don't really like to use the word reality, but what I observe in society nowadays as a strength that really helps with relationships and things like that. And also with the knowledge that comes very easily, right? I feel like we advance and mature very, very quickly, right? A lot of people mature very, very quickly, and they are able to have like a healthy relationship with their significant other and themselves due to the amount of knowledge that we are able to get, right? To educate ourselves in, what is ethically, or like what truly is true happiness, and like, as we so called, what is love in our own ways. It is something that really needs to be thought out of, and not just like being told, right? So like people are getting smarter, that's what I'm trying to say here. People are getting smarter, and there are so many people around me that inspires me with the theme of like love and relationships with their significant other, and I learned a lot about them. I'm not in a relationship with anybody at all right now. I never really had a like healthy relationship ever as well. So it is a struggle for me to really understand what truly is like true, like away from all of the fears and insecurities and all the wounds that I have to really heal from. What is like way past that, right? Like what is actually a healthy relationship and things like that. So to me, it is very inspiring, and I can also feel from their energy as well, from my like friends and the people who really inspire me. It's you can really tell, right? Love is in a healthy relationship is such, I know this is like a weird word to say, but it's such an easy thing. It's such an easy thing compared to how I used to think back in the day, right? Back in the day, I feel like there's a lot of things you really need to. It was a lot about working on my wounds, like my insecurities, my fears, and all of my darkness that I need to heal from, and also working on others. Like I'm not saying that you should work on your significant others' personal issues as well, but it felt like I was carrying both sides of weights constantly, and I was really confused, and I'm still learning as to what is a good balance between myself and my future significant other, and people around me that have that, right? It really helps me to see the other side of my fears. So when it comes to weaknesses, right, I think I will save this after we do the reading, right? Which I think we can just start that off. Right? What more than to invite our lovely love goddess Aphrodite to answer this for us, right? So Aphrodite, if you are here with us, right, I thank you so much for being here with us, and I can definitely feel her energy here. She's very, she makes her presence known for me. And it is very lovely to have you here. So I would like to ask, all the yapping that I've done just now, I would like to ask how, you know, what are the challenges that people are facing right now when it comes to love and relationships, and what are your advice, right? So this is also for the people who are watching my video, right? So I know not everyone comes across this, and if you do land on this, then this message is definitely for you. So anything that you would that would relate to, that the viewers would relate to, with this message as well, and as for me as well. So anything about what the truth about, what am I talking about? Okay, so challenges, to cut it off, challenges that people are facing nowadays with romantic love. Okay, so it just came out straight away. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, I'll just show you. I'll just show you so that I'm not cheating. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Queen of Cups. Okay, I will pull. Okay, Four of Wands. Okay, marriage on the table. Yes, I actually feel goosebumps from this because the Queen of Cups, I'll talk about it later, is talking about feminine energy, and I really do feel like the feminine energy is, there's a big black hole, and like there's this empty spot there when it comes to the feminine energy in romantic love nowadays. Okay, the Ten of Swords. Okay, the Two of Swords. And the King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. I put a bet on this. Thank you, Aphrodite. I won this. She really reminded me to talk about this as well, and I'm very glad that she brought this up. So why I said this, because I really want to talk about delusions in relationships in this era, romantic love in this era, because there are a lot of expectations. Okay, there are a lot of expectations, and this is where I come in and talk about my views as well, together with what Aphrodite's message about love is. So we will start with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, okay, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, so this is the clarification for the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and I feel like this is really talking about, if you want me to be direct, people taking the end of relationships a bit too seriously, right? Like breakups too seriously, like probably I won't say divorce, because this is I don't want to be biased on this, so I will just talk about breakups as of now. Okay, for people who are around, you know, my age and are still experiencing dating and things of that sort, and still sorting out love, right? I see a lot of people who, I mean, I understand that if you lose someone you love, you would definitely take it really seriously, right? But I feel like a lot of people, it feels like the end of the world for them once they have a breakup, or like they're having the fear of breaking up as well. Okay, so again, just for a disclaimer, right? This is just what I'm getting from Aphrodite's message, and for those who are viewing my video. Okay, this is not something, I don't want to put any, you know, strong opinion onto anyone, and this is just how I see it, okay, and how I see it and how Aphrodite sees it. Because the Ten of Swords is a very, very painful, it's a very painful card, okay? It is talking about feeling distrust, like feeling like you're getting stabbed on the back, and a lot of mental exhaustion, a lot of emotional exhaustion. And with the Swords card, right, this is talking about thoughts as well, right? And I feel like a lot of people, they are, when it comes to a lot of pain, right, this is, a lot of it gets flooded as well from thoughts, right? If you're not careful with it, these thoughts will really flood your mind. And I feel like this message is really about saying that there are certain things in life that we have to go through and we cannot control. When it happens, it happens. So I want to pull one more card just to clarify and to confirm what I'm trying to think right now. Two of Pentacles, yeah. It's really about balancing those emotions and those thoughts that we are feeling when it comes to grieving or hurt in relationships, right? I think this is not just about the breakups, okay? This is not just about the breakups, and a lot of it is really about how do you handle hurt in your romantic relationships, okay? and I feel like people couldn't really grasp this darkness or this hurt in romantic relationships because of how much they put themselves into this, you know, your relationships. And it's like I said, it's very understandable, but I feel like there is an imbalance when it comes to the collective and how much they put themselves in the relationship. So ended up, I feel like there are a lot of people who lose themselves in relationships, right? Whether they're still together with the person, whether they've ended the relationship with the person, whether they haven't even gotten into the relationship with the person. I see a lot of people losing themselves and they feel like they can't really grasp that balance back. So this is a very good point. So thank you, Aphrodite. And also the Queen of Cups. This is what I wanted to say. Okay, this is something that I'm very concerned of as well. With the Page of Swords in reverse that came out. And the Ten of Cups. Okay. So this is a good thing that I see Ten of Cups, because people they value emotional fulfillment, right? They value emotional fulfillment rather than something from the surface level. So like I said, this is a very good thing, but the problem here is that I feel like many other people that I see that face issues, or like they see the issue, right? There are a lot of people that I come across that don't really have the empathy that we used to have, and because of how much they don't trust others anymore, right? If you think about it, right, you have trust issues, I have trust issues, and we are all constantly working on it, okay? And a lot of people that I've observed as well, right, they don't really face that issue within themselves, but rather they just see this world where everyone is just backstabbing each other by the end of the day. The Queen of Cups is someone who trusts her emotions. She is a very emotionally mature archetype, right? And she is just like, she's not afraid of her emotions and her kindness, her love, and all that. This is a very, very feminine energy right here, and I feel like this is something that a lot of people are lacking right now, and that we just with the Two of Swords as well, right? This is talking about like not really willing to see, I feel like, the good side of people, and rather we just see the bad side of people first. So this really can cause like an issue with being more open to accepting people's goodness, good side. And with that said, right, it means that a lot of us close our hearts, right, to people who are trying to give that love and that kindness. And it's the same thing if you are that person who's trying to give as well, right? Like, imagine like you want to really like provide care and love and like all those nice things, but they're just so closed off and they don't trust you. You would feel the same, like you would feel hurt as well. So this is like creating a lot of imbalance. Like I said, like you're closed off, I'm closed off, then what's it in the end, right? Everybody's just in survival mode, and it's just constantly like with the Page of Swords in reverse as well. I feel like people don't really make an effort to understand or look through, what's actually, beneath this person, and they would just assume and label this person with the flaws that they have, or like the fears that they have and things like that. So I feel like if I want to be more straightforward with this term, like it would be too quick to judge, right? This is just saying that we're too quick to judge, and empathy is not the priority in most people nowadays when it comes to like love and relationships, but rather more of the King of Pentacles. But as again with, I see good and bad things in every situation, right? Being materialistic or to look at let's say action or tangible things, right? You can those people see that, you know, if this person has a stable job, they, you know, they dress well, they look well, and they present themselves well, and things like that. Things that we see in the tangible world, right, is something that they would feel safe of. Okay, and that is completely understandable. But at the same time, I do feel like it is creating a lot of delusion, with expectations, and thus taking away a lot of empathy out of many people. So it's kind of like a trend that I'm seeing. I think, you know, it's like a lot of people that I see, they're like, if this person's not rich, then it's a red flag, something like that. Like, again, this is such a huge thing to talk about, and the opinions about this is very broad. So I am not shaming anyone on about any opinion as of now, but with what I see, right, I feel like because people want a stable relationship, they want a stable marriage, right? Because the Four of Wands here, this is talking about marriage as well, and stable relationships, right? This is what I feel like people put first when it comes to stability, right? The King of Pentacles, this is someone who takes charge, who knows what they're doing, who is initiative with their actions, their decisions, their finances. And basically this person is just you know, he's the King of Pentacles. Okay, he's the king, and he's the Pentacles, the best out of Pentacles. So this is, I feel like, what people are looking into nowadays more than any other quality, right? So I'm just gonna pull more cards just to see what you know, Aphrodite is trying to say here. Okay, so we have Judgment, and we have the Knight of Cups. So at the same time, you know, this person has to be romantic. They have to be more initiative, you know, take action. I feel this is for both. I'm not like specifically only pointing out to one gender. Okay, this is on both sides of the relationship, right? For those seeking stability. And this thing, right, with Judgment card here, I feel like we are seeking a lot of, let's say, strong emotions, right? Like, it feels like, you know, okay, this is it. This has to be the perfect person. And they have to have these qualities. Okay, and notice how it's like the king and queen of the king and queens here, right, with the suits that we have. What I'm trying to say here at the end of the day with the Seven of Cups here, there is, I feel like, one word, expectation, and a lot of delusion, right? I'm not saying that wanting these things are, you know, delusional, but I feel like a lot of people go off, you know, the charts in wanting these things, right? I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying, and I also always encourage people to stick to your standards. Okay, please do not, because of what I said, you'll be like, oh my god, am I doubt yourself, that am I too much or whatever. No. It's okay, you reflect on that on your own, but most of the time I feel like you're good with whatever you think, and it's good to have standards. Okay, it's good to have a list of what you can accept and not accept in a partner, and you know what you want in a relationship. That is healthy. That is, I encourage people to do that all the time. But I'm just saying that a lot of people who are facing relationship problems and, you know, love issues and things like that, this is the problem. Okay, it's overboard of something, right? This is an imbalance that we're talking about. The Seven of Cups, right? This is also talking about a lot of options, a lot of things going on, okay, with the Seven of Cups. And sometimes those things don't really exist, they don't really matter. And this is, I feel like, a lot of people that are facing, right? There's too many things. There's, again, information going here and there from TikTok, from your Instagram, from books, from people saying yada yada, and then you're like, you know, what is true and what's not at this point, right? And people forget, I feel like, this is really up to you, right? This is through your experience, you know, your whatever you like in a relationship or don't like, what you can accept and not, right? It's all up to you, right? There's no right and wrong, and I feel like a lot of people are very scared to really, let's say that you're gonna find this really lovely guy, and then because of people saying that, you know, if this person, they don't have this and this, right, you have to watch out. And we have this input that we have previously from you know, from other people and things like that, and we just have this like bias, or like this thought that we already planted in before, you know, even understanding the, you know, the other person in person. Sorry, my English is not Englishing right now, it's like 10 p.m. But like, it's also fueled by fear, right, and insecurity, and like, let's say, you know, what if it's true, right? There's too much things that has been fed in our minds, and it has created a lot of biasness when it comes to dating, when you haven't even known this person, right? And like, people are so afraid from the start just because of this, and ended up just being too scared to even date, or to even, you know this person through, you know, their, you know, interaction, knowing each other, and those very traditional things that, you know, dating is supposed to be. So that's the Seven of Cups for you, and I'm really grateful that Aphrodite has given this message today. So I feel like this is something for me to think about as well, with the messages that she has given. Back to the Seven of Cups, right? Talking about a lot of things, a lot of delusions, and same thing to go back to the reading, right? The things that I've mentioned, all of that, this is something that a lot of people are focusing right now, right? Like the money, the tangible things, you know, trust issues and things like that. And I feel like this is a very common thing for human beings to really face when it comes to love relationships, because I believe that you cannot really find true love if you don't get hurt. Yeah, that's because you don't know how darkness, or like lightness is, if you don't go through darkness, right? So you just don't know, like, you don't know the other side of things if you never really experienced that. So same thing when it comes to, you know, love and relationships. And I just wish that more people would know that it is okay to get hurt in love, because this is how you grow, right? Back to really general knowledge, right? This is how you grow, this is how you learn and know what you like and don't like, and, you know, no pain, no gain. But at the same time, I feel like I would like to pull, you know, the Oracle card later on, and talk about a bit more of a brighter side than of this, you know, mumbo jumbo. I would like to pull one last card before I would maybe elaborate a little bit more. And right, Aphrodite, one last message for the collective, or anyone who is watching this reading and would like some inspiration. So give it to us. Okay, Luminosity card. This is a very wonderful card, very colorful. Like, it does remind me of the World card. So, okay, Luminosity. So when a woman glows from within, she naturally attracts a chivalrous male. Okay, I think I know what card this is. I've gotten this before. When you are connected to your divine feminine, you become luminous. Your true nature shines from within and you glow. The luminous woman is the feminine counterpart to the chivalrous male. They are attracted to one another, complement, support, and nurture each other. So in this modern age, this book is speaking right now. It can be quite difficult for a woman to find her luminous center and live from that place, because we are following the trap of believing that we're supposed to have, be, and do it all, right? So again, bringing back up this imbalance of masculine and like feminine energy, right? There is an imbalance in this energy that I'm feeling as well, which I'll elaborate a little bit more later on. Okay. What this usually means is that the woman takes too much upon herself and tries to fill the roles of the men in her life instead of asking for their help. So being luminous requires poise. It is worth the extra effort of patience at first. If that is required, usually what is more effective is an adjustment of perspective. So a luminous woman asks for what she needs with respect for the other person's times and feelings. So then goes about her day confident that her request will be responded to. If it takes a little longer than she first hoped, She does not become overbearing or critical. She simply focuses on her own life and what she's able to do, thus creating a positive space for the chivalrous man to step into. So whether we like it or not, the responsible of going first lies within with the feminine. A very few men will continue to be chivalrous in the space of a woman who isn't luminous to some degree. So being luminous requires practice, as the feminine helps you to let go of your old patterns of taking over. So micromanaging or insisting things will be done your way. You have drawn this card today because the luminous woman is calling calling out for attention, urging you to be graceful and to incorporate some luminous energy into your busy day. Choose one small thing that you can imbue with your luminosity today. So put your request out there and give thanks for it being done. So for men, this means that the feminine energy is working within you and through you in positive ways. So feel the ways you can become more connected with your heart and able to express your feelings more clearly. I love this. I absolutely love this card. So I really need to look up on the lines where it says the responsibility of going first lies with the feminine. A very few men will continue to be chivalrous in the space of a woman who isn't luminous to some degree. I'm a bit confused there, so give me a second. Okay, so from what I can get from getting some explanation is that the responsibility of going first, this is meaning like I was a bit like confused with that part as well. This is like the core of the quote is that it can be controversial, and it asserts that the feminine energy must be the one to open up first to invite the masculine to step up. Okay, so the logic is that if the masculine energy is an inherited, standard, structured, and reactive, it needs a reason to move. So this quote argues that the feminine goes first by choosing to be vulnerable, warm, and radiant before the man extroverts. So therefore creating the space that draws his best behavior out. So okay, that kind of makes sense. It means that there needs to be an accepting energy so that something can step forward, right? So vice versa and things like that. Yeah, I feel like this is again really like all of this that I just said, right? This is talking about the feminine energy again. So in both sides, right? In both sides of the gender, or like the feminine and masculine energy. So in a way, I feel like this message is kind of like for me as well. A lot of us, right? I believe that we work our asses off, right, to heal, to make things better, and sometimes we forget to really be in a receptive energy and to know that it's okay to attract someone rather than us always doing the work. From what I see as well, it's because that we deep down we do not really trust how others would put it in front of us as well. So this is why we're working so hard just to prove ourselves, like I can do this, and I have to do this so that I can really prove to the other side. I work hard, right? I work hard and I put in the work for myself and things like that. That's good, but a lot of it is kind of like I'm just doing it so that I can show you, instead of you just truly doing it for yourself, right? And if you're doing it for yourself, then this is the feminine energy, right? And then imbalance, like masculine, is kind of like you're doing so much that you feel like this is something that needs to be done conditionally, right? So that people would accept you, and that's not the feminine energy, right? The feminine energy is soft, kind-hearted. The feminine energy is just kind of like I am open, right? I receive, I accept things, right? I let the flow in. I let the flow in. So that's a lot to absorb. But this is pretty much just the tip of the iceberg that I wanted to talk about, but I am pretty sure this is really enough for today's video. So in a way, like to close off everything, I myself am still learning and experiencing romantic relationships and love, and the lessons that I'm learning throughout every single journey of my life. And I never have there's never like a solid theory or conclusion as to what is right or wrong in relationships or dating in this era, right? It's ever changing and it's very personal. So I feel like I said, there is, if no pain no gain, right? You go through your own stories and your own journey in your relationships, and there really is no need to compare or to really worry about what's right or wrong, but what works for you and the future relationship that you really want to be in. And find someone who would value the same as you, and to support you, to be there with you, to feel the same, right? That they would trust you to believe in them as well, and vice versa, and things like that. So this is a lot of, there's going to be a lot of, I'm pretty sure some of you probably hate what I say as well. So I don't mind, it's not to say that I welcome haters, but I am very open that people will criticize me, but as well as people who would stand by my opinion as well. Like I said, this is an ever-changing society and era that we're in. So there needs to be a lot of experimentation, right? This kind of like science, is like a lot of experimentation that needs to be done, so that balance can find its way back when it comes to this topic of things. Okay, I want to really hug the love of my life while I talk about this, and to end the video here. For those who play Resident Evil, say hello to Leon. He's mine. Okay, he is mine. He's I'm married to him. He sleeps right beside me. Okay, as you can see, he's right here. So, anyways, I think, pull one last card with the tarot, so that we will end things up and give you guys the last message when it comes to love and relationships. So no matter if you're single, whether you're in a relationship or in a situationship, this is a message for you. Okay. All right. So Spirit or Aphrodite, please show us one last card before we end the reading. Before we end the video. Queen of Swords. Get your shit together. No, just kidding. Queen of Swords, I feel like, is really reminding all of us to be clear-headed, right? And to really ground our emotions so that our thoughts are clear. Okay, and again with the Queen, this is also about the feminine energy, which in translation, right, they are telling us to really be kind to ourselves, to be kind to our thoughts, to really be open to receive with information, knowledge, experiences that we go through in romantic love. Know that you don't always have to let your thoughts control you or take over, because your emotions still exist, right? Your thoughts can be there, right? You can still be rational when it comes to knowing what's right or wrong or what you want and things like that, but not letting that fear, right, to fear and insecurities to overtake those things that you've rationalized, right, or your emotions as well. There is no good in something too much, right? If let's say that you're too rational, that's bad. If you're too emotional, that's bad as well. But what can I say when it's good or bad? But all I can say that is, if there's too much of something, there's going to be an imbalance, and that's going to cause a lot of chaos. All right. So this is a perfect card to really summarize everything up. So I'm sorry that if this is not the kind of like love and relationship rainbows and sunshine thing that you're here to listen. I was expecting it to be like that, but as you know, like I said, I am still trying to learn how to navigate this as well, since I've always tried to rationalize my way as well when it comes to love and relationships, because I've never really been on a healthy emotional side of things in relationships. So I have already trained myself to see things this way. So it is my job as well to really be in the feminine energy and to let love and emotions, more emotions, right, healthy emotions in when it comes to romantic love. Yeah, it is a journey, like a whirlwind journey for a lot of us to go through when it comes to this, and it is a beautiful journey, and you never know how love would surprise you and would change your ways of thinking, because it is such a difficult topic to be on, and you just don't know anything, not even how people advise you. You know, you might, like I said, not sure what I'm talking about, and at the end of the day you just learn it through the people that you interact, that you experience with, and that's a beautiful thing. I feel like that is something that I feel like you know, people should go on and experience, rather than to just be scared of, you know, failure, or like going out the wrong person and things like that, and just over analyzing a lot of things. Like, why not just go out and just talk to people, right? Or to just get in touch with humanity once again, right? This is something I feel like I've seen this this quote, or somebody wrote this online that was like going on and just watching videos and things like that, and it just goes like this, like 2026 people would say like, can I have your Instagram? You know, in 1995 people say, can I have your number? And then this is very cliche, but in 1870, like, may I have the pleasure of seeing you here again tomorrow in this same cafe? So it's kind of like the more we go up with the generations, right, the less effort that we put, and this is where a lot of problems come, right? We are too scared to do something because things are so easy that we don't really face our fears, right? Like, imagine that you have to like you have to consider a lot of things to really say, may I have the pleasure of seeing you here again tomorrow in the same cafe? It's like, who, like, it's like, if you don't say that, right, you don't really have her number, you don't really have her Instagram, like, it's just at the moment that you would see her or this person, and if not, like, never again, right? So there is a lot of thought put to that, but at the same time, you know, who knows? Like, I never lived my life in 1870s, so who the hell knows what they're talking about? Maybe it's just the surface level. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm done yapping already right here, but hopefully, I guess this is like a video for something for you to think about, and I would really love to do this again. So let me know if you guys are interested in no more topics. It's going to really cost a lot for me to think about it, because this is such a spontaneous thing that I thought about. So I hope you at the same time enjoyed my very weird animals at the back. This is just my bed right here. Thank you, Aphrodite, and our spirit guides, and anyone who's here with us for the lovely messages and the inspirations given. Again, thank you so much for watching this very spontaneous video, and I genuinely hope that for those anybody out there, you would find genuine true love in your life, no matter what circumstance, and it would be unconditional, and you would find true happiness from that. So love and slide to you, and I'll see you in the next video.